that never come see. Why everything you blame we instead of taking responsibility?
Bless up, my people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And in this one, my people, Angela Brown Burke, the Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Andrew, confronted Prime Minister Andrew Holness in the Parliament yesterday, my people. After, we seen how the roads are, and many communities, parochial roads, are crying out for fixtures. The infrastructure problem is big in Jamaica, and every platform we see the Prime Minister take is basically doing what we call fear mongering. So he doesn't take any blame whatsoever. He blames everything on the People's National Party. And we're seeing it with people for ourselves, where he's always referencing 20 and 30 years ago and, not taking any form of accountability under his leadership. And so Brownberg confronted him about that, my people. We even seen where he allocates $22 million for, drain cleaning, debushing, and all of that coming around to this time of the year. They said they always do these things. And that is true, because as a little girl coming up, I always seen where, they're doing this type of thing almost at the end of the year. And some want to never see the, whole happenings of Parliament. So, me I make you see it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. On the road to 30K, my people. Share out the videos, them.
You see, the PNP did everything to fight the use of states of public emergency to deal with Jamaica's exceptionally high crime and murder rate. Everything. Fight it. Because they see how effective it was. But you see, the mistake that they made was to believe that the Jamaica Labour Party and my administration was relying on states of public emergency. No. Every work that the government allocates, every resource that the government allocates for public works goes through a rigorous process of accountability. There is no money to be gotten without work to show for it. I think it needs to be said, because there's an expectation among some persons that, yes, government allocate this Christmas work, we just collect a thing and no work is done for it. That is not the case. All of these works go through a rigorous process. They are audited, they are reviewed, and the agencies are held accountable. Work must be done. Now, we have allocated these resources on what is called the routine maintenance cycle. And it follows the rain cycle, especially. So November is usually a rainy month, and so we do routine maintenance in and around this period of time. It so happens that it coincides with the Christmas season. And that is why some people may confuse it and call it Christmas work, but it is not. It is a part of the routine maintenance cycle, which happens to coincide with Christmas. And as the member from St. Catherine North Central pointed out, there is no other funds coming for Christmas. So, this is a routine initiative, including strict oversight, ensuring funds are utilized efficiently for road clearance, drain cleaning, garbage collection, and sanitation. It addresses specific priorities, including reopening blocked roads, drains, cleaning drains, road repairs, and constructing minor retaining walls and culverts where possible under the program. The 22 million per constituency is allocated as follows. $10 million for road rehabilitation, with flexibility to reallocate up to $5 million from other categories if needed, allowing for a maximum of $15 million for road repairs. So, members of Parliament have a certain pool allocated to them, or rather allocated to their constituency. To be clear, Mr. Speaker, the reason why we do this is to allow for greater impact at the community level. It is to give the members of Parliament the ability to respond to local pressures. $15 million, Mr. Speaker, let me be clear, that cannot fix an entire road. It maybe will give you at most 2 kilometers if you're just doing a simple overlay. Maybe 3 if you're doing it in sections. But that can't repair an entire road. In general, members of Parliament would have, based upon what we have allocated under the REACH program, and this possibly 30 million in total. But you have to use it with great discretion and use it to ease the pain points in your constituency. I have to be at great pains here to say it will not solve every problem, but at least use it to solve those major ones. Mr. Speaker, $6 million out of the 22 is allocated for bushing, with a minimum allocation of $3 million, but with a potential for $3 million reallocation from other categories, making a maximum of $9 million if necessary. The member, my sister neighbor from St. Andrews Southwest, the allocation, the standard allocation is $6 million. However, you cannot use less than $3 million because you could decide to allocate from bushing to roads, right? Because roads is 10, so you could take 3 and put it onto roads, but you can't go below 3. Or you could reallocate from somewhere else to bushing on top of your standard 6, so you would get 9. So minimum 3 million, maximum 9 out of the 22. Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have asked the first question. I'm not sure if you heard it, but I'm sure the Prime Minister would have. No, I'm not repeating it because, well, the first one is whether or not this $22 million program is going to go the way of the $40 million, the spark and the reach, that not sparking nor reaching. That was the first question. The second question, Mr. Speaker, is as I listened to the Prime Minister, I was wondering if this was his first term in government and whether or not there is no responsibility for any of the period that has passed for the work that the government would have been doing in maintaining our roadways. That's the second one. The third question, Mr. Prime Minister, has to do with the fact that the monies are to be spent by the end of February. In my experience, even when the program is submitted, there are times when, because of negligence on NWA's side, we find that we are approaching the deadline and they have not moved. I want to make sure, therefore, that you are going to ensure that it is done in a way that we are not held responsible for the negligences of the NWA. And then my final question really is that, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm not sure if you have ever heard of this slogan, never come see, come see. It is a Jamaican term. Never come see, come see. It is a Jamaican term. And as I listened to your speech today, I was wondering if you were epitomizing that never come see, why everything you blame we instead of taking responsibility.
Remember, sorry. I'd ask you to turn on your mic because you indicated that you wanted to speak after the person. You have to turn the mic on so that the system will tell us exactly who next. All right? So in this instance, we're going to move to...
Anyhow, my people, share your comments in the comment section. Let me you now say, based on what transpired in the Parliament yesterday. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Remember, my people, you can join the membership of the ABR family. Only a small fee per month to be a member of the ABR movement. Member shout out goes to Angela and Yvonne Wallace. They are members already. I dropped a video yesterday, my people, but it's a members only video. It's a very hot video. Well, you can check it out, but you have to join the membership in order to watch that video. Notification shout out goes to Otis Bell. Big up yourself, Otis Bell. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.